All right. So we sang this sacrament hymn on Sunday, and I hadn't yet arranged it. That's a nice one. I'm going to try doing it. And we also sang this one on Sunday, and I hadn't yet arranged it, and I still haven't recorded this one. So I'll record this one here in a minute. I guess it's best to release it a few days apart so that, I don't know, YouTube actually shows somebody if they're actually interested in seeing what I play or what have you. I hope that people are interested in playing the guitar for themselves. One thing I learned about the guitar, um, probably one of the most useful things I learned out of a class called World Music Studies or something like that, is that the guitar is popular all around the world pretty much at this point, at least in Africa and Europe and America. And they say one of the reasons why, theory-wise, is that it's so easy of an instrument to transport back and forth, and so affordable of an instrument too. So if you were ever in a situation that you needed to play the hymns for yourself again, like we did during COVID, or what have you, it's a reasonable option. I arrange these a little bit more. I try to be more like maybe a Fernando Sor type guitarist. Fernando Sor was a classical guitarist from the late 1700s. He was a soldier, he was a choir singer, I think he was a pianist, a number of things. And he was actually kicked out of Spain or something like that for having fought in one army or another and finished his life in Paris. So I don't know everything that means, but he was really talented at this four-part voice leading style that's typical of the hymns. So I try to imitate it. If you were to try to play this with some arpeggios, I've been experimenting around with it. I think it's pretty reasonable. I'll go ahead and demonstrate. Let's see how it sounds here. But something to that effect. I've explored a couple of like revoicings and what have you for some of these other chords to. But anyhow, in humility, our Savior. Hey, the thought that occurs to me, my wife and I were just talking about this. I'm a trained wilderness survivalist. Maybe not the best in the world at it, but been trained by some of the best in the world without a doubt. And boy, that's like on no part of my own. As a matter of fact, it was kind of set up by my parents and people in my neighborhood and my ward that I went to as a kid. And I wouldn't have been part of that had I not been part of the church, and I wouldn't have been part of the church had we not moved up to Payson, where the phone guy came by and invited my parents to a barbecue at the church building, and we wouldn't have moved up to Payson, I think, as I understand it, unless my dad, who was working as a police officer down in Scottsdale, hadn't come up here to meet the chief of police, who used to be my grandma's boss, my grandma Cronquist's boss. And anyhow, the things you consider, the different like skills and conversion, everything you have, how much of it really comes back to you, right? Versus other people. That's kind of the thought that's been on my mind. So, and then of course, how much do we maybe fail? I'm guessing every last one of us a little bit to live up to all the mercy we've been given, all the what have you. So anyhow, in humility, our Savior, Capo 5, that's the original key of F. Um, all right. Have a good rest of your week, you guys. I'll post Jesus Lover My Soul here in a few.